Hi there, and welcome to another episode of 411 Pop Culture, where real people talk about really everything. I'm your host, Justin Steele, and with me again is my fabulous co-host, my mother, Marlene Steele.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing tonight, Mom?
Hanging in there.
Well, we just, last week we watched Scream, and you can all check out that video. We appreciate all the support so far of everybody who's been watching it. Got a couple comments about how awesome this one is. Did you have a good time watching Scream, Mom?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Well, tonight we are going to watch The Fog. I believe it's 1980. John Carpenter. You know John Carpenter. He did Halloween, the original Halloween. So it's going to have that same kind of look to it. He was a big fan of using Dean Cundy as a cinematographer. So it's a lot of those like really wide shots. You remember Halloween had like big wide shots. Now this isn't a slasher, so it doesn't have like a killer per se who like runs around stalking babysitters, or it's not like a whodunit like Scream. This is more of a supernatural kind of feel. I think John Carpenter, you know, after he did Halloween, he wanted to do something a little different, so he did The Fog. I think that it's a movie that most people enjoy. I'm surprised we never watched it. But, again, I think John Carpenter kind of wishes that this had been better than Halloween, or people loved it more. They don't. People, I think, mostly love Halloween over this one. But I think you'll enjoy it. So, do you have any anticipation going in? Do you know anything about The Fog?
No, I don't.
No. It's just a movie where they sit around watching a fog go by the whole time. And that's pretty much it. No. So we can pretty much stop right now. But no, we'll get started. If you like what you see, as always, please comment. Please hit that like button. And please consider subscribing. But we won't wait any further. Let's jump into The Fog. Ooh. I mean, it's definitely scary. It just doesn't have the jump scare. Like, it's not gonna have as many jump scares as maybe Scream.
Okay, all I see is them 5 guys and her up in that thing.
That lighthouse is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream. Edgar Allan Poe.
One more story before 12. Just to keep us warm.
Are you scared now?
5 minutes. The 21st of April.
Well, you said it's not going to be scary.
No, it is scary moments.
April.
It's just not the same as like a slasher kind of scary.
Spivey Point, a small clipper ship drew toward land. So the night, the fog rolled in. For a moment, they could see nothing. Not a foot ahead of them.
It says Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
Then
Oh, does it?
Yeah, and it has her mom Janet Leigh in it too.
Wow.
Yeah.
burning on the shore, the Elizabeth Dane with her crew, their lungs filled with salt water, their eyes open, staring into the darkness.
So he's talking about a ship that sunk called the Elizabeth Dane.
Okay.
The fog lifted.
Was this at the movie theater?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they released it.
I never heard.
Yeah, it's interesting. But it was 1980. And John Carpenter, at this time, it was all kind of the same people. So that's at a Deborah Hill production. She's who co-wrote and produced Halloween. You'll see Annie, who was Jamie Lee Curtis's character Laurie in the original Halloween, her best friend in it. She's in this. That is John Carpenter right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, starting. Yeah.
Yeah, it did pretty well too. It was a $1.1 million budget, and it made $21.3 million. Seeing Janet Leigh. I believe Jamie Lee Curtis said this movie, you know, after Halloween, still nothing really was happening for her, so John Carpenter gave her this role too in this one, which gave her another movie, which then gave her Prom Night and Terror Train. I believe that's how it went.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to jump.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help it.
So something fell, that wall kind of fell, and he just found this secret space in the wall.
Oh.
So Journal of Father Patrick Malone. Remember, at the beginning there was a story about a ship,
Right.
and then at midnight was the 100th anniversary of this town. Midnight till 1 belongs to the dead. Good Lord, deliver us.
It's 59 degrees outside, and let me be the first to wish Antonio Bay a happy birthday.
I don't know if you saw Adrienne Barbeau is in this too. Do you know who Adrienne
Yeah.
Barbeau is?
Yeah.
She was dating, or she was either married or dating John Carpenter at the time.
Really?
Yeah. They met on another movie before this called Someone's Watching Me, which is a good little movie too. We got a lot of movies actually that we could watch that I think that we haven't seen before. Did you ever see Someone's Watching Me? It was like a sort of made-for-TV movie that John Carpenter did right before Halloween. Oh my gosh, it's a good one too.
I'm surprised about her.
Oh yeah. Well, that's gross.
But you wonder if that really happened.
Right?
I mind somebody could, oh my God.
I hate to say it, but it probably does.
Sorry, it happens all the time on those.
If you work at a grocery store, don't do that. There's no point. It's gross. Director of photography, Dean Cundy. I mean, I think, John Carpenter is an amazing director, but I think Dean Cundy, he really creates a look. And I think he's a big part of why Halloween was a success, as well as these other movies, this very early 80s horror movie look. Like I said, just very wide shots and stuff like that. Oh no.
Somebody broke in.
I don't know.
That's really. Uh-oh.
Get ya?
Hi.
How far are you going?
Other side of town.
It's close enough.
Make it?
Thank you.
Sit.
Thanks. Listen, I never hitchhiked before. I just really want to be careful. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Are you weird?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am weird.
You are weird.
Yes.
You're weird. Thank God you're not. The last ride I had was so normal, it was disgusting. You're my 13th ride.
Oh, great. Weird and unlucky.
I'll see.
All right.
Fine. I'm
Sure.
fine. I think so.
Well, that was weird and unlucky.
It's exactly 12 minutes after midnight, and this is Stevie Wayne. You're not.
And I'll figure out some way to keep you occupied. Or not.
About it.
Never lonely, Dan. I thought you were off work at 8.
I changed shifts so I can make it to the big party tonight.
So he was in Halloween. He was the sheriff in the original Halloween.
Until I can talk someone else
Okay.
into
He was
giving that
Annie's
city life
dad.
to Antonio Bay, I'm it. And it means day and night.
Too much work.
Charles
No, but I get
Cyphers.
for owning a station. And if you don't tell me what...
Hey, there's a phone bank out there.
Hell, listen. Nothing. Who is that?
beside us.
Something from the fog.
It's big, Al. It's a ship. It's a big ship.
Oh no.
You get wet?
Oh.
What just happened?
It's not bad.
It started a week ago in San Diego.
I guess he got lucky
Right
after
after
all.
goes 5 drives a day.
Well, Daniel said anything about the window.
Fucking sell 'em for $5 a piece. I'll be rich.
They were like, that's weird. Let's get a room.
Sure.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Nick.
Hello, Nick.
Hi.
Look familiar?
Whoa. Well, you could see that he had a hook. Oh no.
It's 1 o'clock straight up.
So it looks like they came out at midnight, and then at 1 a.m. it was gone. So I mean, yeah, it's still a horror movie. It's just not, like I said, it wasn't a slasher movie where you have like a Michael Myers or a Jason running around. It's a different kind of horror movie. So at the beginning of the movie, they were talking about, remember, the ship sank. A ship was sunk. It was the Elizabeth Dane.
Oh.
So part of that wood says Dane on it.
Ashcroft had taken out his boat looking for the seagrass.
Who's Ashcroft?
Someone who owes me a favor.
So the seagrass was that ship that got attacked
But you had to
that we
move on
saw.
eventually.
Okay.
Eventually.
Yeah.
So that was his friend or something, or his work buddy, and they haven't come back, so he's worried.
The mayor and his wife are to be picked up at
There she is.
6:45 and brought to the mayor's box. Then we will have speeches by the mayor, sheriff, and me. Oh, do you have my notes? Then we will pass out the candles and begin the procession.
And that was Laurie's friend in Halloween, the other babysitter. Yeah. Like I said, they all kind of, John Carpenter has sort of a collection of people he works with. At least during these years.
Not bad at all.
That's you and me right there.
You can be a very annoying person at times, but you do keep me together.
You being all blah blah blah, me being sarcastic in the corner. It's taken care of, Mom. I mean, it's not her mom, but she's her secretary. It's really pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Williams.
I called the
Oh,
Coast
yeah, I
Guard and they
remember
said,
her.
Daryl, he might have had
Yeah.
engine trouble. They said not to worry. He was complaining about his boat last week.
So her husband was one of the men on that ship, Janet Leigh's husband.
Oh.
Well, not real, you know, in the
Last
movie.
night and didn't stop until 6 this morning.
What happened?
That's pretty.
Yeah. It's the church.
There you have it. My next project.
It's rusted to the wall.
It was on.
Oh. Just
Are you
a
okay?
radio.
Just a radio.
It's just a radio, Marlene. Nothing big.
Here last night.
Almost had a heart attack.
What's it like?
It's funny because we've had a couple booms that you didn't jump at, but
Well, that was a good one. I mean,
Yeah, that's funny.
radio.
You fish.
The only thing I know about fishing
It
is
really
there's a lot of worms.
did.
Mm-hmm.
And a hot, steaming cup of coffee. But underneath,
A tin cup was rusted to the table.
But
And then
that
something
was-
caught my father's eye.
I think so.
It was a gold doubloon, minted in Spain, 1867. It was gone.
I think I'll go to Vancouver now.
What? Oh
April 21st, the deed is done.
no!
Blake followed our false fire on shore, and his ship broke apart on the rocks off Spivey Point. We were aided by an unearthly fog that rolled in as if...
So basically, the town, the father, like the priest father at the time,
Your
and
grandfather
the
had
100
great
years ago,
words.
they basically, this leper colony wanted to come and settle there and was like offering their money, but instead they killed them, because the people on the ship, the Elizabeth Dane, and it betrayed them, killed them, and their ship sunk and stuff, because he didn't want to have the disease get that close. But they also were kind of greedy, and they stole this guy's money, which is how this town, Antonio Bay, was founded. So that's just kind of the backstory of the ship and all that, so... And in order for the plan to work, there was a fog that night, coincidentally. I don't think I ever caught that part about the fog before in the original, or when it happened back then. So look at this walk she has to take to work.
I'm just gonna see the car. This car's waiting.
Oh yeah.
KAB promos and
It's an interesting lighthouse too when you see it, like in the daylight. It'll be popping up here in a minute.
But you just walk all that way.
Yeah, right? That long walk down all those stairs.
Oh my God.
And it's weird because you're walking down, but when you're in the lighthouse, it looks like it's up really high, you know? That's a workout. Leaving work, you gotta, at 1 in the morning, she's gotta walk up all those stairs.
Oh my God.
31.
I always love those kind of spiral stairs.
Do you?
I loved those. I always loved those, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Top of the world. Fabulous 1340. KAB.
She's, oh my God.
California.
Something that looks like an albatross around the neck. No more like a millstone. A plumbing stone, by God. Damn them all.
She's probably thinking with Michael Myers.
Daddy! The telephone!
You want to wait out front?
By the way, here with you.
Below decks. Dick Baxter died in the ocean.
I can't believe they left her alone in there with the body.
Well, they thought it was a dead body.
Oh, they're out there just talking away.
Usually that's pretty safe to leave somebody with a dead body.
And that was Michael Myers going.
Right? Although he did just say, she's like, I want to stay with you, and he's like, okay. And then he walked out of the room.
Right. And of course she's looking at the wall.
Right.
When the, oh my God. That's Michael Myers going.
And this was during that time, you know, she did Halloween,
Right,
like
and
her
she
big
did-
four. This is what made her a scream queen. She did this, The Fog, Prom Night, and Terror Train. And then she ended it with Halloween 2 in 1981. And then she said she didn't really want to make any more horror movies for a long time. She also did a movie called Road Games, which is not really a horror movie. It's more like a Hitchcockian suspense. But then that was it. Then after that she did Trading Places and Perfect with John Travolta. And then she was on Anything But Love, a romantic
And
comedy.
wasn't she, was that My Girl? Or
My Girl and My Girl 2, which I love those movies. I love My Girl.
Yeah.
Beautiful ship
Yeah.
upon our
And then finally she kind of came around again with, well, True Lies too, which is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I like that.
True Lies is a good movie.
That was
and she won the Golden Globe for that. Then, but then she finally, for the 20th anniversary of Halloween, she did Halloween H2O, which then brought her back around. So now she's like, you know, she still did other stuff, but now it's like she really has embraced her role as the Scream Queen.
Right, I don't know how she sleeps at night.
She doesn't like horror movies, she said.
Really?
Yeah, she says they terrify her. She watched Silence of the Lambs with her eyes like this covered the whole time, and she had a friend watch it with her and would tell her she could look now. And then they were like, okay, Jodie Foster's going in the garage now, cover your eyes. That's how she had to watch.
She plays all these movies.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's one thing. Oh, she just found out her husband died.
Silly dog barking all night and me just wishing Al would come up. I appreciate all your help.
So Janet Leigh just left, but I think Jamie Lee Curtis is sitting over on the side there, so they still haven't been in a real scene together.
Oh, okay.
You know, but they're both in the movie together. But
they're not in
right. See, there she is. She was sitting there the whole time, but not really in the scene with her mom.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it was just, you know, there was her and her mom, as far as I know, got along really well and loved each other and all that. Just.
So hurry, you can still make it. They found the seagrass earlier this afternoon.
I mean, their perfect roles together were in Halloween H2O, where Janet Leigh kind of played her. Do you remember Halloween H2O?
Yeah.
Where she played the secretary of Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie Strode, Carrie Tate. And so they had nice little Easter egg moments in that.
I'll be right back.
Wonder whatever happened to her.
You don't know me, but
Who, Adrienne Barbeau?
Yeah.
She was in a show I really liked in the 2000s called Carnival. It was kind of a mystery, eerie sort of HBO drama.
She played in Maude.
Yeah, she was in Maude. I've seen her in Maude, and she was in The Swamp Thing.
That's what made her pretty.
Yeah, well, she was the original Rizzo in Grease. You know, there's a version of her singing.
Really?
Yeah, on Broadway. And she sang "There Are Worse Things I Can Do." There's like a recording on YouTube of her singing it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'll play it afterwards. That. Yeah, she's really good too. Oh, here it comes. Comes the fog.
Hey, Mel. How you doing?
Your girlfriend on the radio has been talking about you.
It's impressive they were able to do such kind of fog effects back in like that in 1980. You know, now it would be all just computer generated. They made a remake of this movie actually. People didn't really care for it. I think it was fine.
Yeah, Mel, I'll see it. You've seen fog once, you've seen it for life.
There's something different about this fog, Dan. It glows. Can't you see anything yet?
Oh, look, it's out his window.
Oh, I get it. You take something to keep you going, right? Does it make you feel a little weird sometimes? Hey.
What?
The lights went out. Everything's going crazy. Numbers falling, temperatures dropping, shining a light through the window.
Dan, listen to me.
Hold on, sweetheart. I want to check this out.
Dan! Dan, stay on the phone! Away from the door! Dan!
Why don't he listen?
Dan!
She told him to stay away.
Yeah.
Hello?
Maybe he wants to impress her with how macho he thinks he is.
Ready to scream.
Fucking started taking this 100-year-old business too seriously.
He had that hook. Well, if he didn't open up the door.
I don't think it could have gotten in. I don't know.
Okay, because she said don't open it, so.
Yeah.
If he... Sorry, no more Dan.
No more Dan.
And she knows. Well, yeah, probably if he didn't open the door, then
Yeah.
there's just, now there's the fog going.
Or a window, maybe. Like, it just depends if it can get in, I guess. But that door looked pretty sealed. So, yeah, if he hadn't opened it.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Hello.
See, look, it could get under the door there. So I guess it depends if it can get in or not.
Is it coming by her?
Andy,
Oh, her son.
Yeah.
There's your stairs.
Lee.
Kind of looks like Mickey when he was a kid.
Uh-huh.
The hair.
The hair, yeah.
My older brother.
His was, and the other one was
I always had,
straight.
yeah, I always had really long hair too.
Yeah, you did. You pushing that little lawnmower and looking at that ball. I don't even know if I was watching you. I guess I wasn't. At that time I could run. But you knew not to go in the street. That is
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming toward their house.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not gonna die. It doesn't mean his is starting.
Well, I think because she wants to just have communication.
Andy, get out of the house! Mrs. Cobra's get him out of the house! Please, run!
I think maybe we
How
didn't
did
close all
she-
the windows, Andy. Are your bedroom windows
She's hoping they're
closed?
listening.
Are your windows all closed?
Yes, ma'am.
I wonder about your mother's bedroom.
I was gonna say, open them up. Oh, she said to get out. They didn't hear.
Right.
Oh, come on. This, they're gonna have them die.
Please, someone! My son is trapped!
They'll get him.
Andy, run!
Oh no, they're going to the door.
Andy, I want you to go to your room.
I think I should stay.
Right now. Right now.
Yes.
Right
Something's gonna happen to her. What? Why are you gonna open the door? I think someone's coming with the hook.
I want to see who it is. No.
It's getting into the house.
Yeah.
They said don't.
Okay.
They got her. Mrs. Cobritz.
There's that other door thing.
Mrs. Cobritz.
It can get under, huh?
Mrs. Cobritz.
Oh,
Please, my son is trapped. 887 White Beach Lane. Someone get to 887
oh, you
White
scared
Beach Lane.
me.
What? I was adjusting
Your,
my shirt.
your hand. I was like, what is this?
Sorry. It was not intentional.
Oh my God, look at that. Justin.
I know.
My son is trapped. Get him out of the box. Please, someone. My son is trapped. White Beach Lane.
Come on, get out of there now!
Andy, run!
Go, go!
Oh, of course. You go, girl. You made me think, you go, girl. Oh shit. Jeez, I always Oh shit. Go, girl. Come on, girl. Oh no, they're all around them.
That girl went.
She sure did. It seemed like the other one.
That girl's gone.
Seemed like the other movie.
Right. It's always one of those moments.
We call it a night here.
I have to stay here.
Why?
I guess to warn people, but I don't know. I don't think she could have made it anyway, but you know, she does have the best place to see everything, I guess.
Okay.
And she probably knew she couldn't run up those 200 steps in time by the time to get her.
You go, girl. Up them steps.
If you're on the south side of town, go north. Stay away from the fog.
Always gotta get you once.
Richardsville Pike. Up to Beacon, you can get
So they're going to the church.
She told me get to the church.
That's the only place that's like not.
We'll go.
You know, you saw the fog was kind of coming all over the town.
They won't go by the church.
So far.
Get to the old church. It's the only place left to go.
Oh, okay.
Get to the old church on Beacon Hill.
But she's caught in the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the beginning again of the. Well, it was
Just
just.
cut us off.
Where is it?
Right behind us in the driveway.
Inside.
Oh, there it comes.
Oh, my dad couldn't get up there.
It's stronger now.
Can't hide any longer.
But we have to try.
We can't hide from it. Well, maybe it'll stop.
Is there a basement or cellar here,
There's
Father?
a study in there. Hurry.
Come on, doing that.
Oh, yeah, look out the window. Don't. She's pregnant. Peekaboo.
It can do us no good.
That's what I had. It's like a
If
peekaboo.
anything happens, just lock the door.
Here's Johnny.
Shut the door.
Oh, she's gonna get it. I was hoping, maybe not. Because she has the little boy.
Maybe she was just to save him.
She's oh, she's walking right into it. Why?
You trying to scare me? You kind of did a little.
Hey.
She's never tried to do that before.
It's 10 till 10. in there.
Oh, in there. I looked at our clock. I'm like, is it? It's close
It's
though. It's
almost.
9:45.
Oh, yeah,
That's why I'm like, that sounds about right.
Oh no, that's scary now. When he seen they didn't even look up there.
That's weird.
Blake, I have your
They
gold.
want that.
He thinks that's what he thinks
Yeah.
because that was what was stolen from them, as well as their lives.
She don't know. Oh, well, maybe when they grab that thing, it'll go away. They didn't take him, or he's like, I'll have a beer now.
Pretty much.
Get his cigarette out. Or so.
Back to normal.
Yeah, get his cigarette out. Look at that. Like a day's work.
Yep. Just
Okay,
another
let's-
day.
I know, he just gets a cigarette. Like,
He's just that cool. Just that 80s cool.
I know, you know, showing you, you get the cigarette out. Yeah, because he said
Yeah, there should be
they didn't
6.
do it. Oh no. It's still gonna come get him, I guess. What? Why did they?
They wanted 6. They got him.
Why did they wait?
Dramatic effect.
So those other ones could get out.
Maybe.
He said,
Maybe
well,
they were just so excited to have their gold, they just wanted to take a minute, and then they're like, no, we're going back to get him. No, we changed our mind.
why not me? He said.
Right. Right. So, what did you think of The Fog?
I liked it.
Yeah, it was
It
good.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
Was a little slow start at the beginning, just,
Yeah.
but I really liked it.
Yeah, it's got a good
Once
atmosphere.
the people start getting all involved.
And once it gets going, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I agree completely. It is kind of a slow start. But it's also nice that it really does have that very early 80s feel to it.
Yes.
Feels like an 80s horror movie, very much John Carpenter type of movie. But what did you think about like Jamie Lee Curtis and her mother and all that?
Well, they ended up having a lot of scenes together.
Yeah, in the end, yeah.
At the end of
Hanging
it.
out at the church and all that. Would you watch it again?
Yes, I probably would.
Yeah, if it comes up on TV or something.
Because you always miss something.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes too, just watching it a second time makes it scarier because you anticipate,
Right.
certain moments are going to come. But also, you're right. You always miss something, or, like I said, the first time I watched it, I don't think I really picked up on the whole, what the
Right.
real backstory was. It's easy for me to explain it to you now, but I didn't get it the first time. I was
know
kind of
you-
like, what? I just was like waiting for like the scary stuff to happen. I was probably about 15 or 16 when I saw this the first time, but no, I think The Fog's it's a good one. It's not the best. It did well at the time. Like I said, it was made for $1 million. I think it made $21 million at the box office.
I never even.
Yeah, but I mean, it still wasn't the success that Halloween was.
That he wanted.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, because if you hear him talk about, I think he's proud of Halloween, John Carpenter, but it's like, it's almost like he's embarrassed that it was so successful, or because he didn't want to repeat it with Halloween 2, and you know he's embraced the new ones that came out. But all the time, like Halloween 2, he hated all the Halloweens after it. But like he was always, like he'll still talk about the fog though. He gets excited if you watch him to talk about the fog. And I think it was just because he didn't want to just be like, oh, I just had this one big success, look at other things I can do.
Right.
And I think in this one too, they made him go back and film a couple scenes to make it a little bit more jump scary. But again, obviously, as John Carpenter, he went on to do Christine after this. Do you remember that, Christine? I don't know. I haven't seen it. Right. Brian and Mike used to like it. My brothers.
They watched it.
Yeah, I can't really remember it, and I don't remember if you really watched it. But yeah, so he did that, and then Escape from New York, but also Big Trouble in Little China, and all those. So he still had his career and successful. But again, The Fog's a fun choice for, I think, people that like.
It's not what I mean, I know what a fog is.
Right.
You know,
what are they going to do with the fog?
Right, what are they going to do with the fog? But here's the fog that ends up coming in your house.
Right. And it's creepy, but I think it's a nice horror movie for people that maybe don't want something super intense. They want something that's, like, easy to handle. I think The Fog.
And the characters were all perfect in it. You knew somebody in there.
Yeah, right.
Somebody that you knew. But the girl that was in there, that always... Her friend.
Oh, Sandy in this, but Annie. Nancy Loomis.
Yeah. I like every time look at her. She always had her underwear on. In
Halloween, yeah, and that's all I could think of. That's funny. I like that.
Always had that.
Well, she still has that same sarcasm, too.
Right,
she was sarcastic.
I remember her in the kitchen there.
Right, with Kyle Richards, running around. But yeah.
For me to, she had them underwears on.
That's right. That's so true. Well, thanks for watching, Mom. I had fun watching The Fog with you. I think we'll do a nice jump scare one again next week. Maybe one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres or something, because we watched one or two of them, but I don't think you've seen the remakes or Next Generation, which is a nice, fun one, too. So, well, thanks, everybody, for watching. Are you all fans of The Fog? What's your favorite John Carpenter movie? Do you prefer The Fog or Halloween? Please comment below. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching another episode of 411 Pop Culture. Bye.